So today we're gonna do a LeetCode 3355. No, no, it's not this one. I'm not gonna do this. Hoy, how do I move? We're gonna do LeetCode 3356. So there's the description. You're given an array nums of length n and 2D array queries, and it has 3 items inside it. So the left bound, the right bound, and value. So for each of the query, you can decrement a maximum of value, val I. Let's look at the constraint. 10 to the power of 5 is probably n log n. Just write the constraints first. N log n. Okay, so for each of the intervals in that query, I can decrement it by at most value. So it means I can decrement less than that. And then you want to check the minimum possible amount of query that you need to process in sequence such that it becomes a zero array. Oh, so this is kind of like a, you can picture the nums array as buildings. I'm trying to type in Colmac right now, so that's why I'm doing it really slowly. Building, and you can think of the queries as stacking blocks next to the building such that you can cover the building, because if the amount of blocks, if the blocks are taller than the building, then you can cover it, right? So of course you can decrement, you can think of it, you can use the blocks to decrement the buildings down to 0. Like let's say the blocks of TNT, and each block of TNT you can destroy 1 floor in the building. Okay. So I guess this is some sort of interval question. Yeah. Not even interval, I can just brute force the thing, I guess. But it's probably faster if I implement it using interval. 0 array. Alright, let's just, I think I get the idea now. Vector, what's it supposed to be? Vector int the queries, so it's gonna be up and down. up and down, and the index in which that query, which it comes from the query, I guess. Factor int intervals. Should be it. Factor in intervals. So I'm just gonna check the query and put the range in the things. I is less than oh, queries dot size, is it less than n plus plus I? Actually, I can just build the intervals right in the binary search. Okay, so my idea is that, because I know that if you have an interval and you want to check if it covers the entire skyline, basically, like it's bigger than, like the curve of the interval is above the curve of the nums array in every possible index. If you want to check that, it's gonna be a when. There's no way around it, I guess. So checking is on, and I guess then at most we can do log n checks. So it's probably some kind of binary search. Log n checks. Yeah, screw that. intm is equal to nums dot size. This is going to be a pain to implement. Oh, now in high is equal to if I don't set the bounds right, it's gonna mess up everything. Let's just make a function. Fit. What does it take? Let's copy this whole thing, I guess. Factor in. I'll make it called intervals. No, I haven't solved today's lead, okay? You kind of cheated. You probably look at the solution. Shit. Int mids equal to low. I don't think it's gonna overflow, right? 10 to the power of 5, 10 to the power of 10. What is 10 to the power of 10? Yeah, it's not gonna overflow. If it gives overflow, then I don't know. Let's not take a risk. Low plus high minus low. And then I can call fit. I need to make an interval factor in. Vector in intervals. Okay, so I'm gonna load everything. No. I'm gonna load the first few of these inquiries and then sort them. Yeah. Wait, so the format is the amount of increment, and then the index in nums. Yeah. Okay, so index which is the index in nums, and then the amount of increment that you want to put. For int I equals 0, I is less than mid less than yeah, I think that should do. Queries I. What is it called? is I, and then you want to get the I. Okay, let's get the left one first. So it's 0. So it gets the index, and then I'm quite sleepy right now actually. Get the increment. Okay. And intervals dot pushback t1. Let's change every of these things to t2, t2, t2. Let me think about the index. 1. It should be negative. I should add 1 to it. And then it should process everything on the same. How do you sort in C++? Sort with lambda. Sort intervals.begin, intervals.end. Let's just make it cons. Cons in pass by reference A. Let's not do some optimization stuff. Just focus on asymptotic runtime. You can do something like the type should be const auto pass by reference. Const auto pass by reference. Return if what? We're sorting by the index, right? So A0 is less than B0, ascending order. Fit nums intervals else. So if it does fit, you want to if it still fit, you want to increase the lower bound, right? So low is equal to mid plus 1. And if it wait, if it fit, you can decrease the higher bound. What am I talking about? or else low is equal to mid plus 1, because it still doesn't fit, so you need to increase, you need more queries to cover it up. And we can say return high, I guess. If this is really freaking hard. So if high is less than this, you can really check if high does in fact cover it. So I need to return low instead. Returning low, so if low is greater than, low is the minimum that, oh, I need to return low minus 1 now. If it still doesn't cover it, then I mean naturally the, the variables of the binary search doesn't move to minus 1. Like if you cannot cover it even with a lot of queries, it's just gonna increase and increase and increase. First one that fits, and if it's high is decreased, that's the first one. So if low is greater than m, okay, return -1. Okay, now let's work on the actual stuff, the checking, where I don't think you need that. Num.size is not needed at all. Because I can just do it here. In n is equal to nums dot size int. I need to check the index of intervals. So yeah, how am I gonna check this using a processor or something? Finally, if everything is passed, then you can just return true, right? So if somewhere happens there, it's gonna return false. Like one of the building is taller than the blocks, so it returns false. Index. I have to somehow check if I is equal to. Okay, so if index is less than index is less than that thing, and you know, I'm a plain guy. I'm gonna use the word altitude. Altitude, set it to 0 initially. Index is less than m. So that's just a safety check. And the current index is equal to what's the format? Okay, it's equal to intervals 0, intervals index 0, you need to do the following things, which is to it's a pain in the ass to do this thing, but I don't know why I'm still doing it. Just like a discipline kind of thing, you know. So if the index of the intervals idx wait, what am I talking about? I'm just yapping at this hour, bro. Look at this. It's 12:20 a.m. 00:20 a.m. I'm supposed to be sleeping now. Okay, so if the intervals index 0, if index is less than m, safety check. That's a trick I learned in a course, a university course. You know, Com 211. If you're in HKUST, you probably know that. It's a very popular course. So the post increment operator here. Return through. Okay. So it will just play with the thing at that point, you know. We'll just modify the altitude. So if the nums I thingy is less than the altitude at that point, you wanna just rage quit, you know, return false. I guess this will work. Should work. In high is equal to m. Oh, queries.size is n, yo. So you can maximize. A maximum size of n. Ah, where is it? So, my brain is not braining at this moment, okay? What the hell? Why does it return -1? Hello? See out mid. Through and line. Shit. Why is it so freaking hard? Fall. I can't even see the thing I'm typing right now. False. Yeah, false. Wait. 1 is false, 2 is false, 3 is false. What are you talking about, huh? How can 3 be false? Okay. So I probably need to print the interval thingy. Shit. For int I equals 0, I less than m, blah blah blah. See out intervals I 0 intervals I 1 end line. Not sure what will I see there. Okay, so you sort that by the index, I guess. Oh, my brain is rotting. So at 0, 0, those queries, right? 0, 2. There's an addition of 1 plus another 1. Yeah, that makes sense. And then at index 1, you have an addition of 3. At index 2, you have minus 3 because it's 1, 1, 3. Okay. At index 3, minus 1, minus 1. So why does it return false then? Okay, so the first time it's calling, it's at index 0. Oh, it's an if statement. It's supposed to be a... God damn it. While. Yet. Still doesn't work. What's wrong with you? Okay, so the first time, right? The first loop, it's at index 2. Makes sense because it takes those. And let's bring the altitude too. Okay, so altitude is 2. Oh, wrong logic. If num's I is greater than altitude, then it's good. Whereas if altitude is less than num's I, you're dead. Right? It doesn't cover the buildings. Wrong logic. Should be working. Let me just remove all this statements. LeetCode. What a pain in the ass. Zero array transformation 2. Let me just do Control Enter. My favorite key combination, you know? Control Enter. Damn, I think it's time limit exceeded. Ah, shit. So even nlogin is not fast enough. What? It passed the test case. Let me do some C++ optimization. Do I need to sort? Yeah, I need to sort that. I think this is the difference in just orders of constants. But I passed the test case this time. So 7 more test cases. Damn it. So pass by reference, right? Pass. I think it has something to do with creating the intervals every time you do binary search. But I think it's just log n, and creating intervals is just on, so it should be fine. Well, you know what? Let's just try it again. Okay. TLE, TLE, TLE. You never learn, huh? Pushing the same stuff twice. So is there a way to make the intervals in O1? So I probably need to save it somewhere and then let me just try making the intervals in O1 and then just selecting it. Yeah, it should be done. It should be done. Make the intervals in O1. So I just pass the intervals once. That's true. So factor int intervals. Oh, I can just make it forget about that. This is really ass. I'm almost there, you know? So the first one I'm gonna store the index inc, and then query index QIDX t1 dot push back queries t1 dot push back, I think push back I, t2 dot push back I. Okay, let's take another parameter int max. So or intervals idx 2 this time is greater than max, the maximum amount of stuff that you can, greater or equal to max. Okay, so if maximum 0, you cannot take anything, then even the 0th index you cannot take. 0th index, you cannot take that. Yeah, just give it a try, come on. If this is the case, I know it's not a very efficient code. Plus plus idx continue. Whoa, much faster. Much faster. See, constant, the factor of constant also matters, you know. 25 days complete. Let me see how other people do it. Damn, I'm really slow. Really slow. Alright, that's it for today, I guess. This is stupid. I mean, it's supposed to run at n log n, you know, and I code this thing in n log n.